Hey, everybody. It's time for another Monday edition of the Sports Rush here on YouTube. Lot to talk about today. A lot to talk about.
The simplest way to put it, I have problems.
Welcome to the alleged show.
Here we go, taking you home on a Monday. It is the Sports Rush, your daily local sports fix, 4 to 6. I am Brett Rump. Along with Adam Lundy, we've got you connected on the Parkview Sports Medicine text line at 260-447-8500. Also, you can catch us on YouTube this afternoon. That's right. We've got the video rolling right now on our YouTube channel at 1380 The Fan. Just search for it on YouTube. And if you can't find it by searching YouTube account, we've got the link there on X.
We're going to post it now that we're going to post the link.
Okay, we'll post the link. So you go to 1380 The Fan, at 1380 The Fan on X, formerly known as Twitter. And we'll make sure you have the link to watch the video, watch the show today. If you'd rather watch and listen or just listen, we're glad you're making us a part of your Monday as we put the first workday into the rearview mirror. And we've got one down, 4 to go. Busy day today. A lot to talk about. Of course, busy sports weekend. You had college football. You've got NFL football, the WNBA having their finals. You've got Major League Baseball playoffs. You've got, what else? College basketball. A lot of college basketball news came out today. So we've got it all to talk about up until 6 o'clock. Once again, you can always weigh in your questions, comments, or suggestions, 260-447-8500. Of course, Friday night, we started our weekend with high school football. Snyder Panthers defeat the Bishop Dwenger Saints. That wasn't the big story of the night. The big story of the night was what happened with Columbia City and Leo. If you haven't heard about it, crazy finish with Leo leading by, 3 points. Columbia City was lining up from the 4-yard line to kick a game-tying field goal and put the game into overtime. And the field goal got blocked. Now, the ball bounced around. Leo celebrated after blocking it because they felt like they had just held on and preserved a 3-point win. The only thing is, in high school football, that ball is not dead. It is if it's an extra point. It's not dead if it is a field goal. So Columbia City, realizing that's a live ball, picks it up, runs it into the end zone, but they do not get credit for the touchdown. Why? Because there was an inadvertent whistle that clearly blew after the ball had been blocked and was laying on the turf. A whistle blew, stopping the play, and by rule, that meant that Columbia City got a chance at a do-over. And they had a second chance. And instead of kicking the field goal, they felt like maybe it was an omen that they should just go for it and go for the win. And so they ran a play, threw a touchdown pass to Stratton Fuller in the corner of the end zone. And Columbia City, by virtue of a rule that many people might not be aware of, I know we had an official that was at Pizza Hut who was kind of explaining the situation to us as we learned some of the facts. And so Columbia City, by virtue of that second chance, gets the touchdown on the final play of the game. They win, and Leo's premature celebration was for naught as Columbia City defeats the Leo Lions by 3 points. What a crazy way to end a high school football game.
It certainly was crazy, and Leo fans were upset, but the kind of the matter of the fact is that they would have won the first time had the whistle not been blown, right?
Well, if the Columbia City would have won if the play would have played out. Right. But the other part of it is there clearly was a whistle. Now, would Leo football if there was not a whistle? I don't know. I quite honestly think Leo didn't know the rule at that point. Felt like when they blocked the kick, they had won the game. And but as you see Columbia City then go to pick up the football and to run it into the end zone, you do hear on the audio that I watched, you do hear the whistle blow. And so the play at that point is dead and it becomes a do-over. I mean, you replay the down. And Columbia City, with a second chance, decided they're going to go for it. And they put it in the end zone, scored on the final play of the game, and Columbia City took the win. Crazy, crazy change of emotions. And, of course, a lot of confusion. The officials had to huddle and try to figure out how to resolve the inadvertent whistle. And, of course, you've still got Leo that's celebrating what they think is a victory, but they have to wait for the officials to declare it a victory. And then the officials come back, say it's not a victory. We have to replay the whole play over. And then Leo, probably assuming that Columbia City is going to try to kick another field goal, then has to send their defense out because Columbia City is going to go for the win. And Columbia City gets the touchdown. And it was a heck of a play. I mean, they threw it right to the corner pylon, just tucked across the goal line. And Stratton Fuller made a nice, almost diving catch, sliding to the ground. It was one of those throws low and away that only Stratton Fuller could catch, and he made a really good catch on it. So great finish to Columbia City Leo. And you know what's fun about it is we just might see round 2 of Columbia City Leo or East Noble Leo, one of those we might be seeing again because all 3 of those teams are in the same sectional.
Ooh, that's where things get interesting when you run into them in the postseason. After a close victory in the regular season, there's going to be a bad taste in some mouths and a chance to settle it with everything on the line.
That was a sectional, by the way, where I thought I would be able to complain about the ping pong balls, and it turned out it was very well distributed because you had Columbia City, Dwenger, Leo, and East Noble all drawing different opponents in the first round, which gives each of the 4 of those teams a chance to advance to the semifinals. If it does go to the semifinals, all 4 of them win their opening games, it would be Bishop Dwenger against Columbia City, and it would be East Noble at Leo. But we'll just have to wait and see how that week 2 comes out. Now, yesterday, for those that missed it, it was the high school football tournament draw, and we're going to cover that more coming up tomorrow because this is the final week of the regular season. So we've still got a whole nother week before we have to really worry about tournament action. Go through some of the big matchups where we will be. Hopefully within the next couple of days, we can tell you officially where we will be for week 1 of the IHSAA state tournament for high school football in Indiana. So Colts yesterday get a 20-17 win. Not exactly the margin Colts fans are probably happy with, but a win is a win. You'll take it. You move on. You're 3-3. And remarkably, right now, the Colts are in a playoff spot.
Wow.
Yeah, the Colts are the number 7 seed right now in the AFC.
Ooh, boy. Wow.
I mean, you're in. It's not something we can say a whole lot under the Chris Ballard era.
500.
But
500